What's up, guys? Welcome back to the review. We have some awesome and exciting stuff regarding Marvel's Phase 5 and possibly Phase 6 of MCU announcements. As president of Marvel Studios himself, Kevin Feige has come out and it's sort of a teasing some announcements from like Phase 5 and 6 and to what we should expect going down the road as we're nearing the end of Marvel's Phase 4 and heading into Marvel's Phase 5 and what we should expect going and maybe some announcements as well. So in this video, I'm going over what this means, what Kevin Feige said in the interview, and what announcements that we should expect in the upcoming months as well. But if you're new here and enjoy us like this, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on videos like this in the future. So let's get into it. And now, with like Marvel Studios president himself, Kevin Feige, who was in an interview with Total Film, he put said in a statement what we should expect in the upcoming months regarding some big announcements. And he said, as we're nearing the end of Phase 4, I think people will start to see where this next saga is going. I think there have been many clues already, but are at least apparent to me of where this whole saga is going. But we'll be a little more direct about that in the coming months to set a plan. So audiences who wanted to see the bigger picture can see a tiny bit more of the roadmap. And now for what like Kevin Feige means by that statement is that we should expect some like big things in the upcoming months, especially I think of Marvel is going to be attending like a San Diego Comic-Con this year, but I think at least they'll have some presence this year at San Diego Comic-Con, as there have been like posters of She-Hulk, posters of She-Hulk, so they might have a presence there. But I think they'll save all of the announcements for a D23 in September. And now for what we can expect from these announcements in the upcoming months, especially for Phase 5, is like they'll probably announce the next Avengers crossover, which is probably for a Secret Wars or like something else, and maybe announce probably that like a Deadpool's officially coming to the MCU in Deadpool 3 or the X-Men, and also Blade and like a much more regarding all of those. And now for D23, what we should expect regarding Marvel's Phase 5 and 6 announcements is that we should probably expect some like big stuff regarding for some upcoming projects, and maybe announce the casting and director for the Fantastic Four as already now like in the MCU, but I think they'll need to announce like casting and plus what Kevin Feige said also what is in next saga is going. I think they'll probably have some new announced projects that we haven't seen, or like they're probably in like the development so far, which I'm pretty excited for. Hopefully, they'll announce some like Captain America 4 with Sam Wilson as Captain America, and like hopefully they'll announce some Blade, probably some Deadpool 3 stuff, and so much more. And plus, I think with the multiverse saga, I think we're probably introduced to it by now, as well as with the Spider-Man and No Way Home, with the three Spider-Man from each individual universes, and now recently with the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, there was a madness in the multiverse, and now with the multiversal saga, I think that they could pretty much announce everything like regarding towards the multiverse, especially as we're in Phase 5 and Phase 6. I think they'll probably announce some X-Men or probably mutants coming to the MCU as well. With all of the big announcements that we're supposed to be getting in the upcoming months, especially at D23 in September, and I mean they can like announce anything, especially for like Marvel's Phase 5 and 6, the next saga of the MCU. That means like they can finally announce some Fantastic Four, some Deadpool 3, or like maybe some Blade, and also some X-Men and mutants and like Captain America 4 as well, and like anything in some upcoming projects that we haven't even seen before. And with the Phase 4, it started off with the WandaVision and tied directly into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And Phase 4, it was like a building up and teasing for what's to come in the future, especially for Phase 5, especially for the Loki series when we were introduced to like Kang the Conqueror or He Who Remains, and that was like setting up the multiversal saga of what to expect in store, especially for Phase 5 and some other things in store. And plus, with everything that at the MCU has been building up to this point, and they've been really teasing of what's to come, especially in their movies and shows. It's not like and with the issues D23, they can announce like anything big and stuff that we've been like anticipating for for so long. And like Kevin Feige also teased about like people who want to see the bigger picture. That means that they could probably announce some team up films that are coming to the MCU, and maybe they'll probably tease like announce the Young Avengers coming to the MCU. That I mean they've been building that up a bit. Plus with like their game plan for next 10 years of the MCU, it's going to be really exciting to see all these announcements and what Kevin Feige is teasing about what announcements that we should expect, especially for Phase 5. Out of all the stuff that we've been getting out of Phase 4 so far, it's kind of like building up to the other phases, such as Phase 5 and introducing all these other characters. But like what Kevin Feige is like teasing here is we'll also have big announcements in store in the upcoming months, especially for D23 with all of the big exciting announcements as well. So I can't wait for all these big announcements regarding especially Marvel's Phase 5, what Kevin Feige is teasing over the upcoming months, as we'll see a little bit more of the roadmap, and hopefully they'll announce like the next Avengers crossover event, which is for Secret Wars or something else as well. So that's the first video. Like thoughts and comments below, and what are your thoughts on Kevin Feige teasing Marvel's Phase 5 in the upcoming months, and like what announcements do you hope to see as we're approaching the upcoming months, especially in the near end of Phase 4 and heading into Phase 5 and 6 as well. Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the notification bell for future videos, and you can find my Instagram and Twitter for live updates. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.